Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished members of the House. For me, it's a great honor and a great pleasure to be here in front of you and discuss a bit the friendship between two great countries, Romania and the United States. Romania, we believe, is the strongest ally of the United States in a very difficult region of the world. I am speaking about the eastern flank of NATO, where so many challenges, so many common challenges coming from powerful forces can affect our interest and our security. Romania is trying to do a good job in NATO as an ally with the United States in order to counter negative forces that may affect our common security. Let's think that, for example, Crimea is less than 150 miles from the shores of Romania, a NATO ally and an ally of the United States. We enjoy a great partnership, as I said, based on common values and on common interests, both in security, in economics, in our political dialogue, but most of all at the level of the public opinion and the populations. I think it will be interesting for you to know that 80% of Romanians in each poll conducted consider America their best ally and their best friend. And that says a lot. Thank you. That says a lot about our historical bond, apart from the good and excellent strategic dialogue that we have. Romanian soldiers are participating since the very beginning in the difficult mission in Afghanistan. More than 35,000 Romanian soldiers rotated from the very beginning, as I said, in that very difficult environment, working shoulder to shoulder with your military to maintain stability in that difficult region. Another powerful example, of course, is the fact that one of the great strategic projects in terms of security in the face of the threat emanating from Iran is the deployment of the missile defense shield in Romania, Aegis Ashore, a great, again, project between Romania and US. In terms of economics, trade and investment from America or from Romania in America has grown spectacularly in the last years. Big companies, American companies like Exxon or Ford have invested in Romania, and this says a lot about the potential, economic potential of relationship between Romania and US. My reason for being here in Arizona, apart from the fact that we visit such a beautiful state with such beautiful people, is to try to develop those economic ties. For your knowledge, Romania is allocating 2% from GDP to defense. That was a decision taken even before your president raised this question in NATO, because on the basis of our own analysis, security is not for free, and when we are allies, we must share that burden. Many of the modernizations of our military are being made with the assistance of your government, and that only intensifies the ties between our countries. But historically speaking, we celebrate, and I accentuate that, celebrate this year 30 years since the fall of communism, which was the most difficult period in the history of my country. We have to thank America for its vision in terms of defeating the Soviet influence that really was pressing the peoples in Central and Eastern Europe, but mainly in Romania, into a dark period of a time. In 30 years, we forged this partnership, and now Romania is leading the European Union in a very difficult period of time, speaking about Brexit, for example, and other challenges that we have to face. But one vision is very significant for our philosophy in terms of the relationship between Europe and US, and that is related to the need for a strong relationship between Europe and America in all areas, in security, in trade, in economics. During our presidency, we work hard to achieve that progress in terms of, for example, trade discussions between Europe and US, and also to make sure that developments in security in Europe will add to NATO's force in terms of our common interest for security and values. I started my career with a very interesting, my diplomatic career with a very interesting mission. I was designated then as a young diplomat to introduce one of your great leaders here in Arizona, late Senator McCain, in Romania, to understand Romanian society and its evolution towards democracy in that difficult period of transition from the communism to democracy back in the 90s. And I always remember that as a very inspiring experience for me, and your country's assistance in terms of Romania's understanding of values, liberty, justice and rule of law was so essential for the progress of my people. I really appreciate that, and I thank in the name of my government and my people you for this friendship. We have a say in Romania. A friendship is tested in difficult circumstances. I believe that our common history really is in line with this philosophy. I thank you once again for allowing me to address you. I wish you all the best here in Arizona, this wonderful state. I would like you to be able to visit also my beautiful country and to strengthen together this wonderful friendship. God bless America, God bless Romania, God bless the wonderful state of Arizona. Thank you very much.